Hey guys, today I'd like to explain how extroverted intuition or NE sees meanings. What do I mean by meanings? The meanings I will mention in this video are literally just meanings. Everything can have from literal, practical, surface to deep and abstract meanings. Meanings can be expressed in so many forms. They can be names, definitions, labels, symbols, sentences, paragraphs, books, images, pieces of knowledge, etc. Everyone can perceive the same things and interpret different meanings. My way of explaining NE can be abstract, symbolic, and storytelling. You can see my style throughout other videos, and this one isn't different. It's not a real example, so don't take my words literally. The point is to point out how uniquely NE interprets meanings. Let's use our imagination. NE had a similar background to SI. She grew up in a relatively normal environment. NE and SI childhoods might look identical from the outside. But there was a difference. SI was content with how he was raised, while NE wasn't. Through her development, she rebelled against her predecessors and superiors, such as her parents, teachers, bosses, authorities, etc. She was skeptical of how the world had been operating and what people had told her. She no longer saw values in outdated sources and knowledge established by her predecessors. Because of that, her mind needed new knowledge to replace old knowledge. She imagined different versions of the world. It was a compulsory need for her to change the meanings of how everything worked. Growth is important to NE, like the air we breathe. Everything should change to something else better because that's how we evolve. Knowledge and meanings were supposed to be forever revised, updated, contributed, and changed. If we stop changing, we stay stagnant and gradually we are doomed to become extinct. Changing is growing. Is a reason she doesn't follow traditions for tradition's sake. She rejected the outdated thoughts, only kept the relevant meanings. She still saw their values and contributed to the new definitions of how everything worked. She gathered meanings from the external world to make changes. NE released new versions of the original meanings, like we update new versions of original software. What she had learned throughout her life had built up her library of knowledge. She looked up on her library to reference, compare, and make connections to many new related meanings. A network of many related meanings helps her switch to so many different viewpoints, perspectives, and angles of how she looked at things. There were so many meanings generated from one phenomenon depending on where she looked. Thanks to her gigantic library of knowledge of different topics, she came up with new meanings and ideas at ease. In reality, she might move house or live abroad, either temporarily or permanently, to expand her views out of her normal life experience. She refused her self growth to be limited to where she lived. If she stayed at the same place she was born and raised, she loved to renovate her home multiple times, decorating walls, rearranging furniture, fixing rooms, updating technologies, etc. She was very creative. She loved designing. The same old house always looked just as new. Growth is indispensable to NE if we don't want to become extinct. Changing is growing. Meanings always change to NE. NE may not be the ones accepting the original meanings, so they're the ones changing the original meanings to new meanings. Throughout their life, NE collects meanings from different topics to expand their collection of meanings. Thanks to their collection from the original meaning, NE can make connections to many new related meanings. NE creates a network of interrelated meanings. NE updates new versions of the original meaning like we update new versions of original software.